Some wounds do not bleed. They hide deep inside the heart, growing heavier each day until even breathing feels tiring. This is the story of Elias. Elias lived in a small riverside town where life moved quietly and dreams were often ignored. He worked in a narrow shoe repair shop, fixing worn soles for little money. His clothes were old, his hands always sore, and many evenings he returned home with empty pockets. Still, every night before sleeping, he whispered the same prayer. God, you know me. Please don't leave me unseen. But Elias carried more than poverty. He carried betrayal. Years earlier, his closest friend Noah had shattered his trust in a single moment. Together, they had built a small business filled with shared hope and belief. Elias trusted Noah like a brother. Then one morning, Noah vanished, taking every coin with him. The town showed no mercy. People laughed and said he had trusted too easily. That same day, Elias picked up a small gray stone and placed it in his pocket. This will remind me never to trust again, he told himself. The stone became his constant companion. When fear returned, he touched it. When anger rose, he held it tighter. Slowly, even his prayers changed. They no longer carried hope, only questions. God, you saw what happened. Why didn't you stop it? One evening, exhausted and restless, Elias walked along the river and sat in silence. He pressed the stone so tightly that his hand trembled. Nearby, an old woman fed birds with dry crumbs. After watching him quietly, she spoke. That stone you're holding, do you know why it hurts? Elias looked up. It keeps me strong, he said. It reminds me who I cannot trust. The woman shook her head gently. It does not make you strong. It keeps you bound. He frowned. He does not deserve forgiveness. Her voice remained calm. Forgiveness is not approval. It is release. You are not protecting your heart. You are imprisoning it. That night, Elias could not sleep. He lay awake, the stone clenched in his palm. God, I don't know how to forgive, but I'm tired of carrying this pain. Sleep finally took him. In his dream, Elias walked along a long road beneath a burning sky, carrying a heavy sack on his back. Each step drained his strength. When he opened the sack, he saw it was filled with stones, each one heavier than the last. Ahead, a soft light appeared, and a voice spoke. Why do you carry what I am ready to take? Lay it down and walk free. Elias woke with tears on his face. Dawn slowly touched the sky. He knelt beside his bed and prayed. God, I forgive, not because he deserves it, but because I cannot live chained to this pain. I trust you with justice. His fingers relaxed. For the first time, the stone felt light. At sunrise, Elias returned to the river. He held the stone one final time. You taught me fear, he whispered. Now I choose peace. He threw it into the water. The river swallowed it, sending gentle ripples across the surface. Life did not suddenly become easy. Money remained scarce, and work stayed hard. But Elias changed. He smiled again. His prayers felt alive. Months later, a familiar figure stood in the doorway of his shop. It was Noah, older, broken. I don't expect forgiveness, Noah said. I just needed to say I was wrong. Elias met his eyes, calm and steady. I forgave you long ago, he replied. That is how I survived. Silence filled the room, not with tension, but with peace. Ask yourself this today. What stone are you still carrying? Unforgiveness does not punish the past. It poisons the present. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is freedom. Lay the burden down. Trust God's timing. And walk forward unburdened.